My name is Dylan Blasey, and I'm a freshman here at the University of Arkansas. I'm introducing what is commonly known as the Castle. It is located at 675 Park Avenue in Fayetteville, Arkansas. The formal name of this piece, or multiple pieces of art, is Point 7. It is more commonly known by its nickname, the Castle. It was thought up and sculpted by artist Frank Williams. Williams is actually a graduate of the University of Arkansas. He is the one who named it Point 7 because of the 7 cement points located throughout the artwork. It actually gained the name The Castle long before he named it Point 7. The spring that runs through the castle now once ran into what was known as Trent Pond, a local swimming hole in the early 1900s. Before 1979, there was a concrete house placed over the spring. The house located over the spring resembled a castle, which in turn created the nickname of the sculpture now. During the 1960s and 1970s, Wilson Park became increasingly popular, and the house that stretched over the spring became unsafe and a sight for sore eyes. The public agreed that this area could be made into a much bigger and much better design. In the late 1970s, they had a local contest to submit ideas on what to do or what to create with the area. The castle has become more and more popular over the years and has thousands of visitors annually. The structure needed more renovation in 1999 and 2004, including the addition of rock walls, aggregate walkways, enlarged entryways, the remodeling of bridge rails, and the dam below the bridge being reinforced. Other improvements added onto the area were made by artist Eugene Sargent. He created the ferro cement benches that reflect flowers and leaves and a flower fountain put inside the pond. The castle is sculpted mainly of cement. Inside parts of the cement are squares and decorations of tiles that represent different themes and pictures. There are also parts of the artwork that are constructed of stone, and the benches are made of ferro cement, which is a mixture of Portland cement and sand applied over layers of woven or expanded steel mesh and closely spaced rods. There are faces located around the sculpture that are stylized in the way that they do not depict any sort of natural or realistic qualities. This piece of art is directly influenced from a stylized form of art because of the various heads placed around the area. This sculpture is beautiful in its very own unique way, just like every other piece of art that is created. While other content may take much more time and effort, it doesn't take away from the fact that art is art, even in its simplest form. The castle's biggest influence is the warped Gothic look of the architect Antonio Gaudi's work, says Williams. Antonio Gaudi was a famous Spanish architect. Gaudi is probably most well known by his work on the Sagrada Familia, a church in Barcelona. He intended to create an architectural anomaly and ruin the piece. Even in its original newness, it was reminiscent of something ancient, like old world European or Asian relic. I chose the castle because I grew up in Fayetteville, and I can remember when my mom would take me to Wilson Park, and I would always choose to play on it when I was younger. It used to be one of my favorite places to go and play hide-and-go-seek with my brother. So when the idea of this project was first brought up, it was definitely one of the ideas that came to my mind. I've always thought it was such a beautiful and relaxing sculpture to look at, and I believe that's what really matters in the perception of art. It doesn't have to appeal to everyone, but you never know how a piece will affect someone else's life. For me, the castle is a form of a comfort zone. Some of Williams's other similar works include the Old Guard in Big Sky, Montana, and the Carolean Eagle.